Good evening, everyone. It's really a pleasure to talk in our on college where we studied 10, 12 years back. And it's nice to have here and share the experience which we gained over the years. And today the session, and you know that it is regarding data analytics and how data can transform anything impactful by storytelling. And that's the whole agenda of today we are going to do. It's very important that it helps in transforming the careers and business alike, like turning analytics into compelling stories. So right now we are standing at a point where data alone will not make any difference. We need stories that will bring further insight, and we can take actions based on that. So we should start, right? We are good to go, or should we wait for some time?
Yeah, we are good to go, sir. We can.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, why data storytelling is very important in anything. We know that everywhere we're talking about data. Since last 10, 15 years, data plays very important role. For every decision anyone is making, it's based on data. Everyone is collecting data, everyone is writing data and all. So, but the challenge is that people don't remember the raw numbers, the data which we are talking about. What they remember a story. Only 5% data remains in the mind of the people. But when you talk about some story, when you wrap up the data in some context, some story, engagement rises a lot. So business leaders who master all these storytelling and all, they already outperformed in their business, and also they can collaborate better in their industry. So this is not a skill which nice to have, but it's survival. And as an IM people, it's very important. That makes a difference between other people and a person who has means like degree from IM and all, because they know that they talk sense, they talk business when they are bringing the data. Many people in my industry, I see that they are very good in data analytics, like they can explore data, they can just bring good charts and all, but the thing which they are missing is they can't connect the data with the business. We have tons of data, and when they are exploring the data, they don't know how to connect the dots. They will bring, oh, this is the graph, this is the number showing the trend and everything, but is it making sense or not? That's very important in data analytics. Plus, you have to understand who all are the stakeholders. My stakeholders have completely zero knowledge on the business which I am doing, but they are going to sit and listen to me. In that framework, I have to understand that what I'm going to present, what thing I should talk. From data, I can get 100 things, but only two things will be important for that stakeholder. And that's where this storytelling create a lot of impact. So as a IM graduate, this is a superpower which you must build. Narrative data driven analytics, it's like significantly boost engagement. Like it's, as you can see the number, it engagement rate increased by 4 times, and also it outperforms the different competitors by 23%. Where it can make the impact, the business impact, like it will enhance the decision making process, it will improve the collaboration, and it will also help in a strategic business outcome. So this is one of the essential skill for IM graduate. You already gave the introduction, but for the larger audience, I will just quickly go through it about me. You already know that I'm working as a technical program manager. I did my MBA in 2012, and over the last 15, 16 years, I have worked in different industries. But mostly I was working on data part, sometimes it directly for the client, sometimes internal customer and all. But the matter I brought to the stockholder that when I'm talking in their language. We have different clients in different region, different countries and all, and they have different aspect to grasp the data. When I worked for some Japanese companies, their data consumption is completely different. They just don't want the end result. They want the whole process. They want step by step. You just don't tell me that, okay, I'm using, suppose I went to support my sales team with my data. They're like, I don't want what profit you are suggesting me. You just tell me how I'm making this profit. And that's where data plays a very important role. The storytelling, you have to discuss end to end with the data, that how we started with the data analysis, where the gap we identified, how our system can improve your business, how much, which segment it is touching, and everything, the whole detail they want. Whereas when we talk about our US counterpart, they are like, hey, show me the business, show me the number, that final number, how much I'm going to make with this analysis which are presented. Whereas very contrast to that, Indian companies, they are like, money is everything. This is very high. Show me how I can reduce the cost. How I will pay you whatever you are asking and give me discount of 40%, 50%. So whatever you make your presentation and all, at the end it will come on the negotiation part. And here salesperson plays very important role. So the importance of data analytics differ from countries to countries. Japan, US give a lot of value, but here it's like how salesperson is pitching, how much discount at the end, how much discount they are giving. For that, Indian customers are, I'm happy. Okay, you are giving me 40% discount, 50% discount. I'm happy with that. So yeah, you have to understand the customer, and accordingly you have to bring the data, same customer, but the way you are projecting it's very important. So this is what, and I started after my MBA. I started in a company that was in supply chain, and we were suggesting based on data that how they can improve their operational expenses and all. So this is in nutshell. Like already you mentioned that over 15, 16 years of experience. I am right now working service now. Before that, Blue Yonder, TCS, Union Bank. Full time, like I did my engineering from BIT Mistra and my PGP from Indore in 2012. Right now, I'm currently pursuing my PhD from Geetam University, and also I did some analytical short-term courses from IIT Hyderabad. So this is all about me. Now coming to our topic, data to a story, which is very important. When we get data, and the data means like many channels are there which collect data. And as a data scientist, the person who explore the data, we are not the people who go to the data, means like check the data and all, because it's very cluttered. It's like they have to arrange, they have to bring the data in table, how the things look like and all. From there, our work start. But the from data to storytelling, you have to present like from clutter data, you have to bring good chart, then great chart and a story with chart. So these are the different phases, and you have to understand what are the difference. So I will go through it one by one, but it's very important. Chart is very important, but when you add your story with those chart, then it only makes sense. It's like good chart are there are very basic information, and if the person is not aware about the business, they can't make it anything with the chart. Just simple chart, they will say, okay, I get some numbers, but what it is making sense or not to me, it's very difficult to understand. Now great chart where you try to arrange everything so that at least it will make some sense that what is happening in the business. And the story is the chart, that what you want to show them, that's very important. You have different things, but you want to highlight exactly what customer want to hear. So when you are doing your presentation, and also they are very basic, but it's very important when you're talking about numbers. I can simply show the numbers. This is the business, everything is doing your in financial term, operational term, whatever you want. Different KPI metrics are there. You can show them in numbers. But when you present all those numbers in different charts, it's easy to grasp. The people who are seeing it, they can easily understand, okay, how my line chart look, its trend is growing or going down. When we are doing competitor analysis, then how the different KPIs, it's making sense or not in different term. And also the selection of charts is very important. For which kind of data you have to select which chart. So I think that is completely different topic. But yes, today just touch it that charts are very important. The left side you can see different chart. The right side you can see I have given the same data, same graph, but in different. If I'm talking about good to great to a story, these are the things I'm talking about. Like in option one, you can see this is like There is no labels that what this talking about, just USD dollar million number value is there and chart is there. And I can clearly see from here that, okay, left side, the chart is actual value, and after that, the dotted line, which is projected value. But I can't make any sense with that. Then I improved a little bit those numbers where I removed all those y-axis, x-axis, but I put the labels. So I can see, okay, these are the numbers going up, down, and all, but still not making sense. In the third, I put all axes also, and I highlighted certain points, not all the points, where I'm trying to say something. The story is not still complete, but I'm trying to say that, hey, this is where I started in the between $4.2 and after that 3.7. So I'm just trying to show that where I started, where I am right now, and what will the projected. So at some extent, I try to bring the story, but still this is also not complete. Here, the approach is like we encourage strategic thinking, both by connecting data insights to the actionable recommendation and ensuring that discussion which we are doing, it's both data driven and it's aligned with the business priorities. So important to understand these points will help to engage the customer or the audience and demonstrate the how the visuals really matters. This is so don't make it one side presentation, make it interactive. You have any doubt, any question and all. So let's, because no one is asking anything, let's discuss with that how it looks like the graph. What's your opinion after looking this graph? So this is one college demographic. I have taken some random numbers. So how it feels by looking at this chart?
The colorful.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
Anyone else?
easier to distinguish between the different um, components we are looking at. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're very self-explanatory. Like you don't need additional text to understand what these graphs are talking about and what you want to make out of them. You can figure it out by just looking at them.
okay. Hmm.
They look visually unprofessional.
Okay. Yep. Now we are talking some business. Yep. Yeah, Rahul. I can say, hi, Ragul. You already mentioned that, yes, the main story is missing. So if I have to put, I showed you this, my slide, this one. So that chart which I showed, it's here. It's looking good, but it's not even great chart, not even story and all. It's everything is missing. Like if you see, we'll start one by one. If we see the pie chart, it's like I will say 3D chart and it's messy. I can't figure, okay, here the data is very simple, male, female, and others. Very simple, but still we could have improvised a lot. Also, you can see that I have written this outside of the box, like this is gender distribution, academic background, work experience. In chart, it's not there. It's not self-explanatory. If I have to explain separately, then it's not a full chart. Then coming to this one, academic background, like this is unsorted. Like we are going from down to up, not looking very nice and all. The work experience, where we can see that it's cluttered. Like number here, I can see, you can see this is the number in the left side. On the chart, it's percentage. So it is not, it's confusing. And also this is like we have a space. Why we are inclining it? The freshers 1 to 2 years, it could have a symbol horizontal stuff. And for graphic spread, you can see that simple. I have just written distribution. What distribution? From here, I can see, okay, north, south, but it can be anything, north, south of any country. I don't know, it's talking about India or any other country. And color wise, yes, a lot of colors got used. So in a professional chart, colors plays important role when you have to highlight something, not to just to show everything. It's not showing anything. Okay, everything is different color. So how I can make any sense that which one I have to give focus? Because if you have to show the numbers, then fine. But if you have to make a story, you have to trying to identify some issues or trying to show something that why this college looks like different and all, then this is not the right way. So You can also see a lot of grid lines are there. Then vertical axis, somewhere they mentioned, somewhere it's not. What is the axis talking about? We have also like somewhere names are very short, somewhere it's not aligned. So let's start with this. How we can improve this? Now tell me how this look like. The same data. It is the same data, same. Any improvement you can see? It is making more sense than the previous chart. So what we did first, we cut the clutter. A lot of disturbance noise was there. We just cut that clutter, and also just make the details consistent. Whatever we see, if we have to talk this particular four graphs, I'm talking about one thing, demographic. So one subject is there, under that different charts I'm bringing here. So the details should be consistent. The people should understand. Now you can see I have added couple of things like academic background here, work experience here. So yes, I added something color wise. No more colors here, only I highlighted, and we have to distinguish in distribution. That's why I brought some different color. And now what is this? Now I'm talking about, okay, this is percentage of share. This is percentage of share. I still something is missing. I can feel. And also, if you want to put everything in the graph, in the chart, then what will happen? Then the density will be very high in the graph and it will just confuse the audience. Yes, now here what I did that I improvised more. If you see now color wise, I'm only distinguished here, added some info chart, infograph also. And you can see like for gender distribution, this is the thing like for male female percentage. Then academic background, what are the things? I sorted it out. Then work experience wise, it's like clearly mentioning. Still number I'm percentage I missed here. Here I could have also improved a lot. This is geographic distribution. I could have added country as India or wherever I'm talking about. Again here number and percentage. Okay, so this is the graph we improvised. Still, there are some scope, but yes, let's see what else we can do. Okay, now what we are doing here, the same graph I took, added some stories that how the numbers look like, what is the insight it is coming from that, like from gender, we can see that the balance it's it's a good but still improving. We can say that six dominating wise it's male dominated, but female wise 33% and improving. If we could have added some chart or line graph with timeline that how it improved from year to year, that would be good. Academic background, we can see that still engineering in like it's engineering heavy batch, but the presence of commerce and arts, we need much diversity in MBA college, so that's important. Also, like work experience wise, mostly it's fresher and 1 to 2 years. So yes, a great new ideas can come from that. Experience people we have, so they will bring maturity and all from the in the class. And geography wise, south and west, like they are almost 50%, and the rest of India is contributing another 50%. So yeah, this is how we bring some insight. But thing is that I will go deep dive more exactly what is happening. So I want to bring here one real life example which I am doing, like the work which I do and how we present to our stakeholders. So for us in my company, my role is to identify the process gap or how the customers are thinking about our company and all. I need to collect the data and do the analysis on that part. And same after doing the analysis and all, we have to bring insight which we present to the leadership team. And with data and the insight, I have to pitch that this is the gap in our company and how they can improve. So I made the changes couple of, you can see the graph with the page is not complete. So I removed couple of sensitive information, keeping the generic data. But you see, I'm talking about one application that how the number looks like for the application. And this is the case volume, we call it case volume, that how customers are raising different cases for different issues and all, how much time we are taking in resolving those cases, how many priority cases, how many non-priority cases are there. Then we are also highlighting what are the strategic wins and headwinds, like okay, for this application, how the team worked and all, where we improved. We already, so it's an ongoing process. 6 months back, I presented from there how much progress we made, what were the headwinds, what were the challenges and all. So we present all those things. So this was the things I need to present. So if you see here, I highlighted first the problem. Like it is one of the fourth largest volume generator for support. Support means we have support team which gives support to customers. So this much cases, like overall, whatever the number of cases came, issues came, this represent fourth highest volume in that. And permission role management issues are one of the leading issues with around 20% cases related with that. This is the data set quarter over quarter. You can see different colors are there. So the highlighted yellow color, which where we're talking about defects, like many things came with defects, like customer talking about a something broken or some big. And this green is just they need some information, some support. They are not understanding anything. So this is the trend over, and you can see the case volume trend is going up. In between, it was consistent, but again, it's too high. This is how the team is taking time in solving those cases. So it is also increasing, but highlighted the problem, then where my focus will be. I can see, yes, this is also going up. This is, I need to compare. I have added what is the industry average and all. So this is not the problem. The problem is here. So I'm telling that, okay, case volume is one of the problem and I have to deep dive more there. And then I highlighted what we did good, what we did, what were the challenges and all. And this is how we presented to the. Once I'm done with that, this is the overview of data which we present. So anyone who is sitting in front of me, they can understand what I'm going to do, where my focus will be for next half an hour, 45 minutes, I'm going to present. And based on that, this is the slide which I prepare. Yes, there are some information because it needed what to do and all. But if you see the graph, there are some color coding and all. So I'm talking about all those issues. These are the cases where like how many numbers of cases came, how many customers are using all those cases and all. And I'm trying to convert that, okay, the customers who are using this application, only these are representing this percentage of cases and different. So I started my story from here. You can see that this is representing more than 70%. If you take the average, around 70% cases are related with this. And then this is like 72% overall for the time period from Jan to August. This is the 8 months data and around 70% cases related with this. So my focus will be, I started with the whole quarter, the whole number from here to here, and then my focus shifted from here to in this particular topic only, that this customer. Then what are the root cause? Why customers are raising these cases? Like they don't realize there is a separate tool exists in the continue raising issues. So the customers who are using this application, they haven't raised any issues in last quarter. So I can see that, okay, we have two applications. If customers are using this, they are not raising any issues, but if they are using other one, they are raising cases. So what we can do there? And then product documentation, like customer are not very happy with the documentation. They are not understanding. And so they need more support. And that's why they are raising cases. And support is also not socializing this particular second app. So if you have seen that I told non-secondary users and secondary users. So non-secondary users like the primary users and secondary users. Primary users are using the application and raising cases. But if they are using secondary application, they are not. So secondary application is part of primary applications. The so primary application is very big. They raise a lot of issues. For that, we created secondary application, which can help them to support. But they are not aware about the secondary application. That's what they still raising cases. So root cause wise, customer is not aware about secondary tool, and also documentation is not helping them. There should be some document. Hey, if you are getting this problem, use this application. And support, who is supporting after support, they should socialize that, hey, we have one other application. In future, if you are facing this problem, use this application. So what can be the potential ask? So this is action item, like socialize the app via community post. KBRTL means knowledge base, support conversions. create quality KBs. KBs knowledge base, that is like we create for particular issues, we create one KB article for that. So create quality KBs for secondary app, improve secondary app product documentation, embed secondary app. So we created on secondary app. Why we created? If we could have added the same features functionality in the primary app itself, there is no need to go to secondary app. So this is one suggestion, and it's a big, like, bringing all the things in primary application. The engineer might have thought about that, but what are the challenges? I'm not aware because I'm not visualizing what engineering did. So I just proposed that why not implement all those applications which are there in secondary app directly into the first app, so that they get immediate and actionable guidance. And who are the relevant party who will solve this? So like content team, because I'm talking about documentation, I'm talking about KB creation, so content team will help. Support team, because they are helping the customers, they will bring all those insights from problem point of view, and they should also socialize that, hey, we have some application, we have some documentation, in future use that. And dev team, because ultimately I'm telling that how we can improve our application. So all these people are there. And what is the timeline? We are targeting Q4 25. So it's very clear. Story wise, I started with the problem. If you see here, I started with the problem, that what is the problem and all. I saw them all the data and where the major focus will be. And it's always, because when you are presenting, right, the person from content team, from support team, for development team will be there. If I will only talk about challenges, it's not good. So it's like you have to also show them that, hey, they are working, they have done some good work. So it's very important to tell some good thing first and then start with, okay, other than that, we have some challenges. So smartly, you have to make the move. Otherwise, they will feel that why I'm in this meeting when only I'm getting, because our team is very crucial. They need our help at the same time, because we are not the core team. We are just a team which helps different team to enhance their process and all. Some people like us, some people don't like us. When we bring this, hey, this is the problem in your unit, you need to fix. So some people take it in positive way, some will, hey, why this person is telling to me? And this goes to very high level. So it's always a tussle. So we have to be very proactive in terms of, hey, we are doing good things. We did 7 good things. One challenge is there, and we are going to solve them together. So this is how we build a story and all. So now coming to generic thing, like there are some storytelling framework which a person should aware about and they can use. So if you see data storytelling arc, this was like, we call it brand track method also. And this is like, first, how the flow will go for storytelling. First, setting and hook. Like first, talk about the context, what you are going to talk, and what is the core problem. Then rising points, like what are the data points you are bringing, how it looks like, and all everything are bringing. Then present central insight. So what the things you identified in those data, you are talking about that, and then the solution and next step. So all the action item you identified and all. And this is best when you are doing executive presentation and a strategic analysis. The second one is SCQ framework. It's a short form of this one: situation, complications, question, answer. And this was like McKinsey structure. Like first talk about the situation. What is the current state? What is the context in that? Complication, it's nothing but the problem where we need to identify that what attention we need. Questions, like key question to answer. You just ask couple of questions which will help to answer with this finding, and the answer, like how you are solving those. So this is for all the consulting, presentation, problem solving. And one is universal business structure, like problem, solution, outcome. You just discussed the problem, then what was the solution for that, and the outcome. So this is one thing, like many places, like when you're doing your project, where you discuss that what is the problem, what can be solution, and how much and how can the benefit will be. And it's like cross industry universal business. So tell me, when I presented my stuff from my organization, which framework I used? I hope you all were paying attention. So my ServiceNow presentation, 2 slides I presented, which framework suits there?
Was it the McKinsey structure?
Okay. Any other guesses? So I used Brent tags. If you have seen the example which I gave you, you can see I started with this. Like I started with the business, what exactly implications and the context I put. Then I presented the data and all the insights after that. And then I proposed that, okay, what can be the root cause and what can be the action item. So if you go here, then I first setting and hooks. That first green highlighted one, that was like I set the context that, hey, this particular area is the fourth largest. So I set the context and the core problem that problem this access management is one issues where customer are facing and 20% cases are related with that. So I set and hook first, then I rising the points. So I did all the data part that I brought dot quiz volume, time to relief, priority, and also I built all the thing and highlighted okay where I'm going to present. Then I'm going to present the center inside the second slide when I discussed all those data. So I'm talking about this particular slide. This is like I'm bringing the insight. I'm talking about that why customers are facing issues and how they are bringing all those cases to our company and how many and how much. And then I also highlighted what are the root cause, why the customers are raising those cases. And then I provided the action item. So this is like solution and next step. So I provided what can be the action. And like, I'm not just telling that these are the area we identified, you need to take action. I'm just telling that what exactly you need to do. So it's clear cut. It's not any doubtful that okay, we have problem, but how to solve it's your problem because it's your area. I'm not telling that. I'm going deep dive. I'm doing my analysis and all. I'm bringing all this. But what could have been the best possible action item? In that they can fight with me that hey, point one, number two is fine, but point number three, I'm not agree with you because we are doing these five things, and with that we will either we are doing good or so they can always challenge on my data and all, and I will bring other stories from my data. But yes, this is how we present. And so I used Brent tags, and you can see it's like executive presentation, right? So we are not going to present external client and all where we bring the situation and all. Yeah, but when I was doing my work in my previous company, there it was like problem solution outcome because it were all external customers and there we were showing that okay what is the problem for them, what solution we are providing. So when we were selling the solution, it were all supply chain softwares, and when we are going to different customer we were telling that okay, I analyzed your data in operational and financial term. The problem is that you are using a lot of workers in your factory, lot of headcount is there. So this is the problem. Then solution present that you are using our solution. We will just optimize your headcounts and all with this way. And then we provided that, okay, if you are using our solution, this much cost you will incur. But over a period of time of 5 years, 6 years, or 2, 3 years, what will the payback period? How much time it will take for you to get the ROI and all? How much number will improve? Like I'm talking about head count. It will come down from 200 to 150. So we are reducing 50 head counts. How it will impact your revenue, your gross margin, everything. So all these numbers we were bringing there. So there I was using this PSO, but now right now I'm using Brent Dykes method. So you need to understand who all your stakeholders are and how your presentation can help them. It's very important because it's easy to understand them also that how you are bringing. If I will present this particular formula in my current, it will not help them because I'm not giving them exact action item. Here I can see that from my previous experience. Okay, these are the applications you have to use and you will get benefit. I don't need to explain exactly how it will work. I'm just simply saying there. For that, other people are there who will explain. They will give the demo of the applications. But here it's our own application. I'm talking about my own company, my own data, my own stakeholder. These are not external people. These are internals, directors, and VP level people. So they know everything about the application, and also I need to present that what exactly they need to take the action item. So this is important. Coming to couple of examples I took. So one case study was for Netflix. So you know how Netflix successful it in market in OTT and everything. So for them, their challenge was that the traditional content development led to high cost and uncertain market reception due to subjective decision. Because earlier they were just, it was not two-way. It was like they were making decision, okay, these are the series, these are the movies we are going to bring and all. But now what they did after, so analyze the data, and with the story, like what they did, that they brought all those narrative from subscriber viewing. So they analyze like how many number of session, how many number of views, how many using this total number of users. They saw all those numbers, and with that they brought this, okay, let's analyze the pattern of viewers and then suggest them what they can view or something like that. And this house of cards, this is one of the most successful experiment they presented. So when they brought this storytelling with the data, so they proposed, okay, we should bring something for customer based on their insight and their preferences. And it, how it helped, it around 20% user retention increase, and the subscriber growth increased from 30 million to 200 million. So it's important for you guys that you understand that how data storytelling bridge technical analysis with like the people who are going to take the decision. Another example for Google, like the challenge there, they were facing one major challenge, like HR decision were based on intuition and not employee specific data insight. So they thought, okay, we should bring all those good people from different colleges and all, and they have good technical expertise and all. But when they analyze, the data was telling that the its soft skill is more important than for the managers than technical expertise. And when they handle this situation, what was the impact? Around attrition rate reduced to 50%, and like enhanced hiring with data driven practices, and also how manager effectively used all those skills with soft skill. And the outcome was that they shifted to evidence-based HR. They transformed their policy for 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh employees, and it bring that how data changed the organizational decision making and all. But proper storytelling and all was very important. Now, a couple of tools and techniques. I'm pretty sure most of all of you are aware about this. These are the tools and technique we used. Some are, and depends where you are going to use, like Tableau and Power BI. These are data visualization use. These are code libraries where you can use, and different parameter how easy it is to use. Like if you compare data visualization where you don't need any technical, so you don't need to write code and all, simple plug and play. Like simply you can use Tableau. You can go to online there, Tableau site, and you can make some dashboard and all directly. For Power BI, we are using all those MS products day in, day out. So it's very easy to understand how Power BI works. But these two are data visualization. Here we do more than data visualization. It's like coding and all, but here we need technical expertise a little bit, how to write a little bit code and all, how to bring libraries and all. So like for this business intelligence tool, these are the primary tool, Tableau, Power BI, and they are like easy interface, and reporting wise it's very useful. Everyone who is going to present, they use this tool. This is important when you are directly interacting with data. If like you have already cooked data, then you can use directly here. But if you have to play with the data, then you need to use this Python. Then for a statistic analysis, R tool is there. So the strength is there. It's like fully customization and data science regression. Like you can do a lot of things in terms of data science and all, like all those modeling and everything. The people are building on AI tool and all this, they are using Python and all. And these are some AI tool like this. These are automated. You can directly use those. These are NLP powered automated narratives, so they can make stories for you and all. So now we know that everyone was talking AI is the future, AI is the future, but AI is the present now. Everyone is using AI, and you should utilize as much as possible the AI in your work. Now, this is the last for like you guys, like how you can master the framework means you have to invest your time so that you can be a better storyteller and all. So first is like master the framework. You should understand that which framework is very important. I already told you that different type of framework and all, and this is essential if you're looking for client presentation and consulting role. Then technical skill, like obviously Power BI and Tableau don't need any technical expert, but yes, start with that, and then it will help you to learn Python if necessary. In some courses, some roles, Python is important. So it will differentiate you in data-driven roles, and then practice business application. This is very important. You have data, you have a story, but how you will going to present to the customer, that's important. So this is like your current and short-term, long-term plan that what you can do right now. These are the some key resources and all. So yeah, that's all. Yep. Alekhya, over to you. Now, I saw very less questions, but yes, if you have anyone have any question, they can route it to you and you can reach out to me. I can answer those. But
Yeah.
yes, as of now, till this is what I have.
Okay. Can we have a few questions over here itself?
Hi.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. So
Yeah.
yes, yeah, I can take questions if you have. Or
Yeah.
So my
Actually, I do have a question.
yes, sure.
Like, if someone is starting off with the data storytelling part, if there is one tool that you would suggest to start with, one technology, what would it be? Like, where
So as
someone.
I told you that the first step will be start with any visualization tool, either Power BI or Tableau. You don't need to do both. Those are very important if you're going in consulting role or any where you have to present data to the customer. Then these are the tools which are easy to use and very helpful. I would suggest if you are means like on LinkedIn and all, there is one data storytelling site itself, and every week they give some insight that how to use and all, and they also propose some competition. Like they will bring some real business case, use case, and you have to build dashboard and all. So first familiarize those applications, and then you can use it, and that will help you in your project also. Okay.
If anyone has any questions, you can like ask. Yeah.
I can see one question like any tips for interview for okay. Sir, any tips for interview for IT analytics products okay, product management role. Look, so both for product management also and for IT analytics, both are like very important when you are going for interview. You should take some use case. It's very important that if you have taken any case competitions or you made any that's where I was suggesting that go to some LinkedIn or some real site where you will get some competition, case competition. Try to solve that in every min. It's like start with your visualization, then insight, and then what are the business solution you are giving. Everything. Practice for 4 5 such use cases, and then you will be good in answering. Like when they will ask you questions and all, it will be helpful in analytics role. For your product manager role, it's like very important to understand the life cycle of project and product both. So because there you need to interact with multi people, you have to talk about the timeline and all. You have to talk about the features. So you will have good technical expertise at the same time business acumen. That's why these days a lot of companies, not every company are looking for product manager roles because these are the people who fill the gap between business and technical team. Engineers, if you will say them, okay, I want this button to be there, they will put that button to there in the application. But why? That why should come from you because you are understanding the business and where it will be make best uses. It's very simple, in marketing and all, you might be learning that product positioning. In the same fashion in IT also, every feature where it should be, it's very means like defined that it should be there only. And if you know that differentiation, that will be really make you uh, apart from other people. So understand the product life cycle and just remember some best practices in these roles. So that will definitely help you.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Am I audible?
Avanti. Yeah, tell me.
So, as you said that AI is helping data scientists and help to analyze data, but since we know that it can analyze the data and give insights as well, so do
Yeah.
you think that it pose any challenges or disadvantage for the professionals of this field?
No, so what's your question? Let me just reconstruct it. You want that AI is the danger, or are you talking about like
Yeah, I want to know, like, it is helpful as we know, but is it like, are there any challenges as well
there
for
are
data
challenges.
scientist people?
There are challenges. Like for data scientists, whatever the data you are feeding, right, it will give result based on that. So first of all, it should get the right set of data. Only it will give result. So it's always there. You are the master of AI. You are understanding your business. The AI is not understanding your business unless you are teaching them. So there will be always an extra edge to you than AI. You will have the business acumen, what exactly happening in your company, the AI is not knowing. So you can use as AI your companion, not your competitor. But it's very important to understand that if you are using AI, it will make you more efficient and faster. It will put you ahead than other people who are not using AI. So use it smartly. It's very important. AI will be there. Now it's part of our life. We are using AI everywhere. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are using AI. So make it your companion, use it, and it will help you in better way.
Thank you.
Yeah, just
I just had a question.
yeah.
So what are like since we right now we are using Excel for visualization most of it. So what
Yeah.
are some of the common mistakes or tips you would give to someone when they're transitioning from basic Excel to like advanced visualization tools?
Okay. So Excel is very powerful tool. Very, very powerful tool. There are a lot of limitations in Excel in terms of visualization. That's why Power BI and Tableau came in picture. But if you are good in Excel, you can do a lot, the story wise and everything. So, like for me, whatever I do in Power BI, frankly speaking, like whatever I do in Power BI and Tableau, I use both. Ultimately, I download data in Excel and then analyze myself because I'm very comfortable in Excel because I know everything. That is, Excel is my, I can say, bread and butter for me. Because once I download the data, I can play by myself. These two tools which I discussed, Tableau and Power BI, they have their own feature functionality, how to use, they have their own boundary. I can play in that. But Excel is open field for me. There I can explore such thing which can't, means like I can't get from Power BI and Tableau. So that's another limitation is that Excel is very basic. Basic in the sense when you get the data in Excel, you can go anywhere. But once you upload this Excel in Power BI or Tableau, now you have to play according to whatever the function and facility available in the solution itself. But here, many things like suppose I have to, for my case, I have to read cases sometimes that what exactly customer are telling, what their concern is, which I will not get in Power BI or Tableau. So ultimately, I have to download the data. I have to read, go line by line and understand the feeling of customer, the sentiments. Nowadays, AI is giving some results. I'm also utilizing some AI tool, which is giving me sentiment analysis that what customers are thinking, why they are raising the cases and all. But yes, Excel is very important. Learn all the basic. I would say for anyone who is pursuing MBA, they should be at intermediate level in Excel. Because Excel is industry agnostic. If you are in marketing, you are in sales, you are in finance, wherever you are, you will use Excel. Might be you are not going to use Power BI. Suppose you are pursuing your career in finance, you have to sit behind the screen and you have to run the data in terms of financial thing. Might be you don't need presentation and all, but Excel you are going to use anyways. So anyone who is doing MBA, anyone engineering also, they have to know Excel. So at least intermediate level, like where you know the how to do pivot, how to do VLOOKUP, all the stuff is there. So that is very basic thing, and yeah, Excel is very important. It's very close to my heart, I will say.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
I have another question actually.
Yeah, like
uh, for the visualization part, first we need to go through the data cleaning part, right?
yeah,
That's where like the most of the work needs to be done if we want to get the
yeah,
accurate results. So
yeah.
how do we ensure that we are getting to the proper results? And are there any things that we need to keep in our mind that before we are we should we be solution oriented ki this is what we want, so we need to clean it that certain way, or is there any following practices that you follow?
No, as you mentioned, it's very important thing that when we do data analysis part, 40% of the time goes in data cleaning. Once your data is in safe, only then you can make sense of your business. But if you have the goal in your mind, what you are going to do, that will be helpful. So you know that data missing, one important part of data cleaning is data missing thing. Like when you download the data, many fields are not there. So there are many best practices that you will fill it with median, you will fill it with average, or you will fill it with mode. So based on that, or you will leave it blank, how it will read. But is it making any impact to your business if you are not doing that? Suppose I will say, okay, out of 1,000 entries I have, 200 has no data. Should I go ahead with that or not? That's very important. If I'm leaving those 200 and it is not making any business impact on my business, I will leave. But yes, if data is making some impact in my business, then either I will take average, median, mode, depend on the data set, how it looks like. For me, I told you median time to relief. If you have seen my data, right? We don't take average because average include outliers and outliers impact average. Median is like outliers agnostic. Outliers will not impact median because median is the middle value, right? From whatever it is. But average is if suppose 500 data is between 100 to 200 and 200 data is more than 5,000. That will impact the average. But that is not the true picture. Only 20% data is outliers. But that is impacting my values. So you need to understand that which thing you have to leave and which not. So it's completely you have to keep in mind what is your business goal and then you have to decide what you have to do. Yeah. But I would suggest missing data is very crucial. Just treat it perfectly. Yeah, if you have a question in future, then just reach out to Alekia and he will pass it. She will pass it to me and I will take care of that. So, yeah.
Sure.
If you need
Sure.
any help on data analysis and all, then I can help you.
Okay. If there are no further questions, we'll close the call. And on behalf of the Alumni Committee, I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Mr. Brajesh Kumar for taking the time on Sunday and sharing his valuable insights. Your perspectives on data and storytelling have illuminated how we can transform numbers into like powerful narratives that drive meaningful action. I would also like to thank Professor Manish Popli, Chair, Alumni Affairs, for his continued guidance and support. A special thanks to Alumni Office, whose efforts behind the scenes made this talk possible. And of course, a big thank you to the wonderful audience for your active participation and engagement. We look forward to welcoming you again to our next session of Wisdom, the Alumni Talk Series. Thank you once again and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I hope this session was helpful and looking forward for such session in future also. Thank you.